That's okay. Hello. The title of this is We Don't Live in a Perfect World, and we're not perfect people. So to think that we live in a perfect world, we don't. We don't. Our world is far from perfect, and we are far from perfect. And I can't tell you something that's totally opposite of saying that everything's perfect. We live in a wonderful world. We do, to an extent. Um, but is it wonderful for everyone right now? No, it's not. Are people experiencing a lot of difficulties in their life? Yes, they are. Has their world been turned upside down? Yes, it has. Let me turn this up. Their world's been turned upside down, and contrary to some words that were said a few years ago, maybe 1 or 2 years ago, that everything's getting better, it's all going to be better. It's not getting any better. I'm just going to reiterate that part. It's not getting any better, despite those who feel that it's getting better, okay? And there are those who feel that we can manifest our own reality. And when I hear that, it's true to an extent. You've got to keep the peace within in order to maintain some type of quality of life. But it only goes so far. There are things happening all around the world that we have no control over. We don't. We got to be strong enough to weather the storm. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Thank you for being here. So does it the future look bright? Well, one day the future will look bright. It will be bright. But in the current time that we're living in, no, it doesn't look too bright right now. We're living in some kind of dim times, dimming. The light is dimming. And we'll probably live in some dark times. It is a cycle that Earth has went through, as with anything. And it's like karma. What goes around, comes right back around. So why do you think the world wouldn't do that either? Okay, it's cycles. It's like give, and it will be given to you, or you reap what you sow. See, that's like a complete circle. So yeah, I'm not going to keep to myself words that have flowed into my mind just because you might consider them gloom and doom. I'm going to speak what I'm given, regardless, and I'm just going to let it out there. I'm just going to let those words flow right out as they flowed right in, because that's what a conduit does. It just flows right out. They need to be heard. We're living in very serious times, you all. We are. There's so much going on, and to say that there isn't, I'm sorry. I can't be like that. I will, however, encourage you to live your life to the fullest. Make the best of each and every day. With those around you, make the best of it. Live your life to the fullest extent that you can, while you can, and enjoy every single moment of your life. Enjoy it. This is your time. That we are realizing how precious our lives really are, how precious we are to one another. That's what we're realizing. We're very precious. Life is precious. Every single moment is precious, and it shouldn't be wasted. It shouldn't. And we can be aware of what's happening. in the world, and we can be aware what's happening in other people's lives. It's good to be aware. We don't want to be caught off guard. We don't. We don't want to have our eyes closed and our ears closed. We don't. We want to look around and see the world for what is really happening. And it brings out the true colors in people. It does. And I want to see people's true colors too. I really do. I don't want somebody telling me something that isn't true. I don't. I don't want you to tell me there's nothing going on. It's perfect. It's going to get better. I don't want you telling me that, because I'm feeling something different in my spirit. I'm feeling something so much different in my spirit. I am. You can't get ready for war knowing that the enemy is out there, knowing what the enemy is doing, and you got to get ready for battle. And you have generals telling you there's nothing there's nothing happening. We don't need to get ready. We don't need to prepare ourselves, because there's no enemy out there at all. You don't need people telling you that. If you have an army, you wouldn't want your army so divided like that. Okay, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. You've got to be awake. You got to be awake enough to prepare for what is out there, you all. You really do. Yeah, and at the meantime, do what you can to enjoy your life. Tie up all those loose ends. You know, time is ticking. There is a clock. What did they say? There's there's this atomic clock. I don't know how many, if there's even 1 minute till midnight. I don't know. Maybe it's down to seconds. However they do that atomic clock, that gloom and doom clock. Yeah, and I'm not making light of any of this, you all. I'm not. Human life is nothing to make light of. Everybody's being affected of what's going on in the world. Everybody is global. And it's nothing to frown upon. It's nothing to dismiss, because it affects us regardless of your opinion of lots of things in this life. We're being affected. Okay, we are. And since we're being affected, we can be there for one another. We can. We can encourage people to fight the good fight, stand up, protect yourself, make the most out of your life. We can encourage each other to do that. We can encourage each other to hold the light for others. We can. We can pray for each other. We can send positive thoughts. We can be there for one another. But I'm not going to hold back the words that are given to me that flow in from the spiritual realm. I'm not going to hold them back. Okay, I'm not. I think if they're given to me, I need to speak them. I do. And if they resonate with you, that's great. If they don't. Don't come back at me. You know, it's just like little darts. But guess what? No weapon formed against me shall prosper. And the same for you. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. In the spiritual realm that wants to manifest into the physical realm, no, it's not going to prosper. And prosper means it's going to continue to have its effect. No, it's not. It may pierce, but that's going to be the end of it. That's going to be the end of it. It's not going to keep going deeper and deeper and deeper and metastasizing. No, it's not. No. That's what you all need to look at too. No weapon against you shall prosper. Okay? It won't. And you just hold on to that right there. Oh, you all, so you're so very welcome. Yeah, we need to hear encouraging words, and we need to hear from each other. We do, regardless, because one day we won't be able to. I know that. And for those who's asking, Gina, why do you say only 4 years that you have doing this? Well, that's when this journey began. It was around 4 years ago today. It was. When I started taking pictures with my camera, and the observatory, when the observatory shut down, I caught this great big old ship or something on the side of the sun, and that picture went viral, and it was circulating all around the world, and they were talking about it. I didn't even know about it. All it took was one tweet on the Twitter from somebody named John, I guess, about massive objects near the sun, and around the time frame the observatories were shut down back in September, okay, of 2018. And then before then, like the two suns I was capturing, that's when this whole entire thing started. And this is what has happened now. Here I'm still talking to you, but three beings came down in a beam of light. Two were human. One looked like a small tan extraterrestrial. They came down in a beam of light on one of my main convergent ley lines in my front yard that faced the eastern sky. One was an older lady, kind of short, with short hair, a little chubby. She stayed in the one spot, and the little extraterrestrial-looking being was right next to her, and the other was a young lady with long brown wavy hair. She really did look like me when I was younger, in my 30s, early 30s or late 20s. She looked like me, long brown wavy hair, standing on my front porch overlooking the eastern sky with her hands on the rail. And I looked at her. I was standing right outside my front door on my porch, and I knew exactly why that lady was here. I knew why she was there. She was going to be me. This may sound weird to people. She was going to be me. She was going to take my place. I was going to be her, okay? And I was just a tad bit worried about my daughter, because this woman, she's going to be very outgoing. And I like to live my quiet life. I like to do my gardening, is what I like to do, and things around the house. But I knew that that would soon come to an end. It's a part of me new. People would call this a walk-in, but then, it could have been me from the past, a version of myself, if you think of time traveling and or parallel worlds or something like that. It could have been me from my past, and then the older lady could have been me from my future. This might sound strange, you all, but I'm telling you how it is. But I was thinking in myself, I knew why she was there, and I was a tad bit worried. And the older lady read my thoughts, and she looked at me very seriously, and she said, "It's okay. It's only going to be 4 years. That's it." She was very, very serious. This is not a game. Why I'm here, you all. It's not a game. It's not. That moment was a very serious moment, and is a milestone in my life. Okay, a milestone. There has been intervention. Okay, there has. And some people may not agree with this. Okay, there was no evil spirit or anything felt with that. Okay, none of that. I'm telling you what set me on this course. Okay, you don't have to agree with it. You can disbelieve it. It's still not going to change what has happened in my life and in the lives of others. It's not. It's not going to change it. You can't go back and undo it. You can't undo the past, okay? You can't. And I was put out here on these platforms just like that. That's how it happened. I was getting thousands of followers a month. On the Facebook, it was like going around 15,000 followers a month until they literally, boom, capped it completely. That's when I started taking the pictures of the ships. At one time, there was like 8,000 people tuning into my live. This is how it was on Facebook when this really started getting into 8,000 people. And another time, it's like 28,000 people at one live video. You know what Facebook did? After a while, they started blocking that right there. And then they would say, they'd name one person's name and say, "and others are watching your video." Just like that. They did not want the people to know that other people were seeing what was going on. They didn't want them to see those ships. I can tell you right now, those are light ships. I cannot tell you who they came from, who they are, but I don't feel no energy, no negative energy from them at all. I documented them. Okay, I did. They're in the other realm, but they can come into this realm whenever they want. They're interdimensional. Okay, they are. This may sound weird to you all, but this is part of my journey. That's part of my journey, and it can't be taken away, and it can't be neglected. It can't. Our world is changing. It's changing drastically, and these ships play a role. Okay, they do. And what's going on in the sky and what's manifesting into our physical world, it plays a role in all of this, you all. I am I am supposed to share in whatever capacity that I feel led within my spirit to share. That's what I have to do. That's what I know within my spirit that I need to do. I am to speak directly to the public, to you all. No middle person whatsoever. No middle person whatsoever. That's what I'm supposed to do, and I know it. I've not done no interviews. One person tried one time to do an interview with me, and I told him it's not going to work. I agreed. It didn't. Technical difficulties. And I told them, no, I'm not. Okay, I don't contact people. I have a lot of people watching me, a lot of important people and organizations. They're watching every single thing I post for clues. That's what I feel within my spirit. They're watching everything I say because they want to know what I know within my spirit. And even though I'm not saying everything right away, there is things that I know that I don't even know that I know, but when the time comes, they're going to come out. They're going to come out, okay? And they'll come out in whatever form they're supposed to. If it's sharing words of wisdom or prophetic words, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to share it. If it's poetry, if is it anything, I'm going to share it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to connect. Okay, I am, because it's important. It's important for us to be there for one another. It's important to know that we're not alone. And it's not a game. Nothing, none of this is a game. It's very serious what's happening. So that's my story with a little bit more added from me to it. So I have till around June of next year, which will be 2022. Maybe a few months afterward. I cannot pinpoint the exact moment that that happened in my life when I was told it's going to be 4 years. So I just keep pressing forward. And no, I do not know what I'm, going to share. I don't know what I'm going to say. I just walk by faith. Okay, that's what I do, walk by faith. Good morning. So that's that. That is. And I'm a very spiritual person, okay? I'm an old soul. Like many of you, you are an old soul. And you do have a purpose here on this earth. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. You have a mission too. You have a purpose. You have a mission. You have a voice. And I think a lot of you realize what your purpose is. You're to let your light shine in whatever way you feel led within your spirit. Okay, you are. Just like me. I'm to do that too, you all. Yeah. So I am going to go. You all, I just want to thank you for being on here, and thank you to the moderators. Susan, honey, if you the only one on here, thank you so much, because I know this can get hectic at times. We can get people on here. Roberta, what's Roberta saying? Oh, you found the triangle ships. Yeah, there's triangle ships in the sky. Yeah, you're also very welcome. Hello there, Apple Brooks, honey. Thank you. Yes. And thank you all. Just have a wonderful day. No, I'm not going to downplay what's happening in the world. A lot's happening and it's affecting lives on a personal level. And we've got to stay strong and we've got to make the most of every moment that we can. We don't want to waste our precious time here on this earth because we don't know when our time will be up. We don't want to waste one single moment of it. If you feel you need to get right with God, get right with God. If you feel you need to get right with people, uh, get right with people. Get right with it. If you got to tell somebody sorry, go ahead and tell them sorry. You're going to need each other too. We're going to need each other. We are. So have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you so much. I'm going to say it again. Hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Love you. And let me say this. I do have a Telegram account, okay? You all, I do. If you don't ever see me on here at some point in time, I have a Telegram account, and I have a Rumble account, and I have another YouTube channel. I have a BitChute. I have all of those, and yeah, but the Telegram I'm on pretty regularly. So yeah. Um, so have a wonderful rest of your day. Love you.